Oh, yo. Oh, yo, Vardaman. Now, there are 7 of them in little tall black circles. Look, Dar, I say. See, he looks up. We watch them in little tall black circles of not moving. Yesterday, there were just 4, I say. There were more than 4 on the barn. Do you know what I would do if he tries to light on the wagon again, I say? What would you do, Darl says. I wouldn't let him light on here. I say, I wouldn't let him light on Cash either. Cash is sick. He is sick on the box, but my mother is a fish. We got to get some medicine and Matson, Pa says. I reckon we'll just have to. How do you feel, Cash? Darl says. It won't bother none. It don't bother none, Cash says. Do you want it propped a little higher, Darl says. Cash has a broken leg. He has had 2 broken legs. He lies on the box with the quilt rolled under his head and a piece of wood under his knee. I reckon we ought to left him at Armstead's, Pa says. I haven't gotten a broken leg, and Pa hasn't, and Darl hasn't, and it's just the bumps, Cash says. It kind of grinds together a little on a hump. It don't bother none. Joe has gone away. He and his horse went away one supper time. It's because she wouldn't have us beholden, Pa says. For God, I do the best that a man is. I do the best that a man. Is it because Joe's mother is a horse, Darl? I said. Maybe I can draw the ropes a little tighter, Darl says. That's why Joel and I were both in the shed and she was in the wagon, because the horse lives in the barn and I had to keep on running the buzzard away from. If you just would, Cash says, and Dewey Dow hasn't got a broken leg and I haven't. Cash is my brother. We stop. When Darl loosens the rope, Cash begins to sweat again. His teeth look out. Hurt, Darl says. I reckon you better put it back, Cash says. Darl puts the rope back, pulling hard. Cash's teeth look out. Hurt, Darl says. It don't bother none, Cash says. Do you want Pa to drive slower, Darl says. No, Cash says. Ain't no time to hang back. It don't bother none. We'll have to get some medicine and Matson, Pa says. I reckon we'll have to. Telling him to go on. Tell him to go on, Cash says. We go on. Dewey Dow leans back and wipes Cash's face. Cash is my brother, but Jules' mother is a horse. My mother is a fish. Darl says that when we come to the water again, I might see her, and Dewey Dow said she's in the box. How could she have got out? She got out through the holes I bored. Into the water, I said, and when we come to the water again, I'm going to see her. My mother is not in the box. My mother does not smell like that. My mother is a fish. Those cakes will be in fine shape by the time we get to Jefferson, Darl says. Dewey Dow does not look around. You better try to sow them in Matson, Darl says. When will we get to Matson, Darl? I say. Tomorrow, Darl says. If this team don't rack to pieces, Snopes must have fed them on sawdust. Why did he feed them on sawdust, Darl? I say. Look, Darl says. See? Now there are 9 of them, tall in little tall black circles. Now there are 9 of them, tall in little tall black circles. When we come to the foot of the hill, Pa stops and Darl and Dewey Dow and I get out. Cash can't walk because he has a broken leg. Come up, mules, Pa says. The mules walk hard. The wagon creaks. Darl and Dewey Dow and I walk behind the wagon up the hill. When we come to the top of the hill, Pa stops and we get back into the wagon. Now there are 10 of them, tall in little tall black circles on the sky. So it's more of the buzzards, the birds, because the body's decomposing, so the birds are starting to smell it and they want to eat it. Isn't it weird? All right, so that was the end of Vardaman, the little boy, the youngest of all the siblings, the children of Ansei and Addie. Oh, I just barely noticed both of their names start with A.